So it's really my goal when people come to my farm is I want them to leave this farm as different people. My situation and my story is pretty unique compared to a lot of people, and so I have a lot of passion in what I do, and it comes across to those people. This is my family home. I've been here for 45 years, and really since I was 10 years old, I was following my mom around, not only taking care of the vegetable garden that included, tomatoes and zucchinis, but that also included taking care of, the cannabis plants. Certain people believe that certain things are harmful, and I wasn't brought up that way. I realized that it had a lot of medicinal values to it from way back when. When I was 18, 19 years old, my mom and my stepdad decided that they had done this long enough. They had lived here, and their true love was really for the ocean and commercial fishing. And they decided that, you only live once, and you got to follow your dreams. So in doing that, I was kind of left here back on my family home to take care of the property, to maintain the roads, to maintain the house, and to also take care of the cannabis. So when I was 22, my best friend and I got turned in by a neighbor, and in them trying to make a point that they were going to put a stop to growing cannabis, I had to go down to San Francisco every month for 4 years going to court to try to say, look, I'd never had a speeding ticket, I had never done anything wrong in my life, and it was important for me to let the judge know that I wanted him to know who I was as a person, because I did not believe that I could get sentenced and go to jail for growing a plant that I thought could bring so much benefit to so many people. Unfortunately, I wasn't successful in doing that, and we got sentenced according to the mandatory minimums and got 10 years in jail. The minute I walked into jail, I saw so many bitter people and angry people, and I refused at that point that that's how I would come out, because then it would be a life sentence. So I've always been a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, whether or not at the time we kind of know what it is or not. So I just kind of made the best out of that situation, and unfortunately, while I was in jail, my mother passed away. Really, that was one of the toughest things I had to deal with then. When I ended up getting out of jail, and this permitting process opened, and I was able to do something that I grew up doing and that I had this passion and this love for, it was just like this blessing, and I knew my path forward. So there's 3 different strains that you're looking at. The strains that I grow here on my property are always going to be in the honor of my mother. There's a certain strain that she used to grow 45 years ago called Fruit Loops that every strain on my property will be crossed with. So the reality of it is, and I know not many people will be able to relate to this or agree with this, but when I had gotten in trouble the first time, I didn't think there was any way I could go to jail. But where I'm sitting now with the amount of plants I have, this is a life sentence for me federally to this day. There's a lot at stake, so it's important for people to know how much I believe in what we're doing and how much I'm willing to sacrifice. Absolutely. And so proud to be working with Willie, because I think he has some of those same feelings, and he sacrificed so much to do what he believes in. In my opinion, he's never did any of it for monetary gain or anything. He did it for the people, he did it for us, and he made a difference, and I want to make a difference. And I want to be next to people that want to make a difference, because that's important.